Hello all. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Another update to Linux Midfingr Edition. Currently, this one is using the Xfce 4 version 4.12 from the testing repository in Arch Linux. So I've compiled everything and it's uploaded to SourceForge if you wish to check it out on a virtual machine or on your system. I have it on my system and it seems fine. There are some issues with the laptop and screen blanking. I'm not sure. The link is in the README file for the Arch Linux forum. So with that said, I'll fire up VirtualBox and we'll just go to new. It's called Arch. Anything you want. Arch Mid. It picks up the architecture and the version. Next, I'm going to get it 4096. Overkill, but whatever. And just keep pressing enter, and 8 gig is plenty for this. And under settings, I usually go under advanced, and I just disable these two. And I use the shared clipboard just in case I want to copy and paste the documentation into the between the virtual machine and the system. Moving on, system, uncheck floppy, processor has 6 cores, and it'll let me do that. If I go to 7, it gives me an error, so, and 0, you don't want that, so 6, or whatever you have. And video, crank that up, and enable 3D acceleration. Storage, this is on a solid state drive. It does make a difference in boot. And click on empty. And we'll choose from where are my ISO files, and there it is there, March 4th, 2015. Press OK, and just press enter, and start up. And just open the ISO, and give it a little bit of time to start up. So when you get here, the login screen, the password for Midfingr, which is highlighted, is guest, G-U-E-S-T. I switched to LXDM. It's just simpler. It might not look as good, but it's much quicker to work with, and just very simple. So just enter there in the password to get started as guest. And you should be logged in to pretty much what's here on my desktop. Fairly similar. And I don't know why. Scaling issue again, it seems to be intermittent with VirtualBox. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So I've added in the whisker menu again, and you can use the Synapse search. So you want to start with your gparted, select a user, and again the password for that is guest. And yes, maybe that'll fix the updates, the notification. So under device, I want to create a new partition table because this is obviously there's nothing on it. I'm going to use MS-DOS partition type, apply, and click the plus here, and it's already set. Just click add and then hit the checkbox, and then finally apply, and we're done. So we can close down the gparted. And let's go to our terminal, and we'll just type in SU. And you just mount what we just the partition. So DEV, in this case SDA1 2/MNT. And to get this configuration here, upon reboot, you just type AME, which is just a rsync file basically. And you press enter and give that a couple of minutes to finish. Okay, so once it's done, to explain what's happened, it's copied all the files over, and it generates the file system table for you, and it routes you into the installation. So you list out, you see that Arch Linux installed on VirtualBox. One thing, this is optional. If you want to edit your locale, you can do it just like you would in a regular Arch Linux installation. So locale.gen, and comment or uncomment any languages you want or don't want. For example, I also need the EN, English US ISO, so I uncomment that as well. The reason for that is some terminal-based programs won't render some characters that look really strange if this is not enabled. So you just Control O to write out, Control X to exit, and then make sure that's generated. So locale, this, like I said, this is completely optional. -gen, and you're done. And after that, it's pretty much the same. So we'll do our mkinit. -P and Linux. You can press Tab. And I've taken out a few things. You could consider it experimental. Well, all of this is in a way to help and aid in boot time. And if you have any problems, it's backed up in the Xfce folder under mkinitcpio.conf.backup. So you can just move that over and regenerate your mkinit file if you have problems. Okay, so moving on, we'll just grub-install, and then on your device, in this case just SDA. And then I made the command instead of an alias, instead of always typing in grub-mkconfig-o, I just made the alias called up-grub. Okay, and another alias for root and for your name, user, whatever is Q to quit. And what that does is just unmounts the image, so all you have to do is type in reboot. So back to the boot screen, just arrow key down once and boot existing OS. I've added the grub theme back, and you should be back to LXDM. And again, just guest the password, and you should be set to go. And just open your terminal. If you want to update the database for mlocate, another alias is md. I'm not sure where I came up with that. They'll just update the database for locating. And then just type in mirrors, and if you want to edit that, it'd be sudo nano or leafpad Xfce pacman, usr bin /mirrors, and just put your country in there. And if you want to have more, like instead of 6, you could have 12, depending on where you are, and just change your country, and that's it. So I'm not going to change anything there, so I'm going to exit. And just type the word, just type mirrors, press tab, and that'll go out and with reflector get the fastest one. And then just type psync, synchronize the mirrors. Instead of sudo pacman-syy, and then pack u instead of sudo pacman-sy u, just pack u. And good, we have virtual guest utils. I know yesterday the modules were updated on the host, so we'll see if this makes any difference. So I'm going to restart and see if I can change the size of the screen. Okay, so it did work. So it was a VirtualBox issue. I can go full screen here, and we'll switch. Alright, so obviously this is a new wallpaper, default wallpaper in Xfce 4.12. So that's one thing. I didn't, as usual, I tried to cut down the size, so I didn't include a lot of wallpapers. There's 2 others. Alright, so most of the changes are listed, as I said, the mkinit file. And if you want to take a look at that, leafpad Xfce mkinit.conf. And I've added in from an article, again it's in the README, I'll link to it. Put these in. I know this is kind of crazy, but modules to load are here, binaries, and under hooks, base, udev, and file system check. should be okay on most systems. I'm not sure about a laptop. So if you do a system d-analyze, you see it comes back as 2.5 seconds. That's pretty quick. So I've already done a video on Xfce 4.12, so I don't think I really have to go through that. Panel is basically the same. I switched to Chromium. Nothing to do with why one browser is better than the other. It's just that Chromium, like out of the box, so to speak, when you first run it, it's not as comprehensive. I don't know the best way to explain it. Not as comprehensive, I guess, as a Firefox one. So Chromium first run, once it starts, all you get is this, extra tab, and you close, and you can start browsing. With Firefox, it's got that whole take a tour thing and all this stuff, and a bunch of certain things I have to manipulate to make it more streamlined. Chromium, is pretty much set out of the box, and it's up to you if you want to add your own account. However, what I did is I added the disk cache usage to RAM instead. So that's under our Xfce file. So we'll just take a look at it. Very simple. Chromium default. And I added this in. Chromium flags disk cache equals temp cache. Okay, and that's all I did. If you don't want it, just open the file as root and delete between the quotes, and it'll be back to saving to the your hard drive or solid state drive or whatever you're using. Alright, so I think that should cover it. Linux Midfingr Edition for March 4th, 2015. And if you download it, please let me know how things go, basically. And if you have any problems, again, please let me know. Just either through YouTube or whatever the email address I put in on SourceForge. Okay, so that's it for this one. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. And bye for now.